All right, let's take a look at this Ferris wheel problem. The world's tallest Ferris wheel is the Singapore Flyer, which measures 165 meters tall and has a diameter of 150 meters. After you get on the Ferris wheel, you reach the highest point after 23 minutes, and then it reaches its lowest point at 38 minutes after you get on it. Um, the height that the person is on the Ferris wheel, as time moves on, it forms a sinusoidal curve. Find an equation for the height of a ride. Okay, so we've got we've got some Ferris wheel, and as far as above the ground, the the maximum height is 165 meters. The diameter is 150 meters, so that means the minimum point is going to be 15, because 15 plus the diameter of 150 is 165. So my maximum value is y equals 165 meters. My minimum value is y equals 15 meters. So if I add these together, 165 plus 115 is 180, and half of 180 is 90, right? So the center line is at y equals 90. Now, let's say that you get on at some point and it says that you reach the highest point in 23 minutes. So the units on the x-axis is in minutes. So this has an x-coordinate at 23. It has a y-coordinate of 165 meters. Now, time passes. You're at the height of you're up at the top, so you're on its way down, and you reach that minimum point of 15 meters 38 minutes after you started on the ride. All right, so we know that half of the period is the length from the max to a min. 38 minus 23 is 15. So half the period is, that means that the period then is 30 minutes. All right. So the amplitude, the distance from its center line up to its max is 75 meters. The um, the the center line is y equals 90 meters. Now, a convenient point to pick for the sine curve would be right here. If 30 minutes is the period, then a fourth of the period is 7.5 minutes, and that means I'm jumping, from here to here, 7.5 minutes, from there to there, 7.5, from there to there. So if I take the 23 and subtract 15.5, see, I don't want to pick this as a starting point because then I'd have a reflection. I could write a cosine curve, but it says to write a sine curve. So I'm going to pick my cycle, my natural cycle, to be this cycle right here. All right. And yeah, 38 minutes is the second time. What was the first? All right. So the first was 30 minutes before that, which was 8 minutes. How long after this did they pass the center line? In 7.5 seconds later, at 15.5, so we're going to use that as a starting point, so they're describing that correctly, or at least the one that I would pick. So let's write our equation then. We've got most of the work done. We'll use as starting point 15.5, comma 90, and we've got this function as a function of time. We've got an amplitude of 75. We've got 2 pi divided by the period. And we're moving to the right, so that's a subtraction, and that's 15.5. And our center line is 90. And the 2 over 30, I would just go ahead and write that as 1 over 15, so pi over 15. So there's our equation. Hey, I hope that helps. Talk to you later.